What's up, Facebook? Hey, it's Colton Lindsay here with the WGR Live coming at you. Plus, I got my Enlightened Warrior shirt on today. That means I'm having some extra enlightened strength. Let's get Robert onto the line today. Great friend of mine out of Santa Clarita, one of my mastermind partners. We'll get him on here. We're going to be talking about leverage. It's the way to getting rich. Like, I want you to think about this. Post in the comments if this is you. Would you like more money in your life, right? Yes, if you would like more money in your life. And just a shout out for my sales team here in Utah, the WGR Real Estate Sales Team. Make sure to send us all your buyer and seller leads so we can help you and your clients and get you paid on some referrals and just make sure your clients are taken care of. Robert just popped in. Send him an invitation at broadcast. Also, if you guys want to level up your finances, make sure to Freedom Nation Jumpstart Program. Not everyone gets in. Either way, you can apply and start to suck less when it comes to your financial cash flow and win more. You're on live with the WGR Live. Say what up to your crew here.
What's up, Colton? How are you, bud friend?
I'm doing great. Let's give some shout outs. We got Aiden here. That's my boy. Charlie said, what? She said, not what up. He said, WTF is up, Colton. What does WTF mean, Robert? I'm not quite sure what that sling means. Andrew's popped on. Jordan. What does WTF mean? What does that
What can we say the last one?
You can say whatever you want. I mean, this is the WGR Live. Like, it's like no holds barred or bars hold or whatever you say. You know what I mean?
What the fudge, man? What the fudge
for
for your audience there in Utah.
He just posted. You know what he said? He said, "What the fuck?" He said that on my show. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me ask you guys this real quick as we hop into this. Get in with Robert. Is the F word, the word fuck, offensive? Give thumbs up if it give angry faces if it is offensive, and give some thumbs up if it is not offensive. Put yes or no in the comments. Robert, 60 seconds or less. Give our live listeners and recorded listeners a little information, where you're from and what the freak you do, my man.
What the freak I do? I sell homes here in Southern California, LA, Northern Los Angeles County area. It's called Santa Clarita. What's up, Phil? How are you? Sorry about Hosa. Yeah, I'm a real estate agent, Santa Clarita, California. You've been here before, Colton?
I don't think I've been to Santa Clarita. Is that how you say it, Clarita? I've been to...
Yeah, without the roll of the R.
Clarita. I like Clarita.
Yeah.
Santa Clarita. I have been to San Diego and Laguna Beach and LA. I'll actually be in LA Friday. I'll be there from Friday to Wednesday, so I don't know how. I'll be right by LAX. How far away are you from LAX?
Dude, 35 minutes. Let's hook up.
Boom. So Friday night's going to be my best night. I have a call with my social media crew around 2:30 or 2:30, Pacific time. So after 3:30, I should be good Friday, and then I'm going to be in a class Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but I don't know the rest of my schedule. So yeah,
we got to meet up. Absolutely.
Cool. It's on the books. Friday it is. Hey, we got Seth popped on. We got Connie that popped on. Let's talk about the power of leverage, and we're going to talk about it two different ways. One is we're going to talk about it as a business owner. Two, we're going to talk about it as just a human being, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you're, you have a job with a company, a corporation, the government, whatever. How can you leverage your life so you stop doing the shit you hate and you start doing the stuff you love, and you're just going to have a much happier and more fulfilled life. So let's talk about that topic. What do you have to say on leverage, and how are you currently leveraging yourself, Robert?
Well, with a team, and adding people to that as much as I can, people who can contribute to the success of the overall goal, which is put money in our pockets and give people the best experience possible so they keep coming back and referring their business.
Awesome. So what are the different areas inside of your team? Is it just people you leverage with, or is it other items as well?
It's people and, of course, technology and tools, much like you do in your business. Really, it's not much different than any other real estate agent should be doing. Some people go different routes and they sub it out to a person in the Philippines, such an ISA, or virtual assistants. I don't have any VAs or virtual anybody. We have real people on our team here locally to assist our local clients.
Those are real people in the Philippines. You know that. They're not like
like
robots.
Yeah, but if they mess up, they're 3,000 miles away or 10,000 miles away. So
right? The federal government
they can do this
after them.
do that. That's right.
Yeah, awesome. Hit that share button right now and enter for a $5 Amazon gift card sponsored by Al Torrey, Mr. Worldwide. Make sure to share and tag him. So let's talk about first technology then. How are you leveraging yourself in your sales business via technology, and how does it give you more time and freedom?
Well, I'm here working from home, and that's a beautiful thing. While many of my peers or friends in different industries, they're sitting in an hour and a half commute every day, hating life as far as getting to work just to make the same amount of money. So technology enables me to be anywhere to do my job. And we're doing it well. We're very happy with the success we're having, and technology. Oh my gosh! I mean, I've been in the business since 2001, full time since 2004, and the change is just incredible. I mean, this right here, Colton, couldn't have happened when I started in 2004.
It couldn't have happened 1 year ago.
No,
this couldn't have happened 1 year ago.
Yeah, that's true. There was no Facebook. And so I was trying to make money in different ways, where having a website was this ridiculous idea of how to get business.
So how have you had to adapt with technology and the leverage that you apply into your business? Have you had to make changes since 2001?
Yeah. I mean, open houses was the mode of only getting business back then. And of course, calling people, picking up the phone. Like right now, I see a bunch of people that I know on the feed that have been popping on that follow me or I'm friends with them. And, they would have I would have been out of sight, out of mind, for those people.
For sure.
Now you just simply share my face right here and I'm top of mind again. Right.
So let's just close to you guys listening, whether you're live or watching this recorded or on my podcast, and subscribe to my podcast, The Colton Lindsay Show on iTunes, launching here soon. And then follow me on Instagram, the WGR. But technology is a way for us to expose ourselves, our real selves, our authentic selves. Like, do not worry about what people think about who you are. Don't try to be anyone else. Just be yourself, right? And one of the great people, and I know she was just on this stream a second ago, Amanda Schleniger. She's an agent in my office. She's a rock star. She crushes it. I think she did like 1 billion sales last year, but she highly leverages herself through social media so people know who she is, right? So that's one way to leverage yourself through technology is social media, branding yourself.
And hello, it's free. It's free. I mean, Colton, what's your ROI on social media? I mean, except for the time that you're investing, which is of course worth something, which is what some agents stay away from it for because they think it's only a time suck. They don't look at the benefit of the exposure.
Well, and you know what's crazy? The ROI is kind of hard to measure, but I know I'm averaging about 4 referrals per month from outside realtors outside of the state, right? That are saying, hey, Colton's the guy in Utah, so they send deals our way, right? Mm-hmm. So that's one way. But two, there's another level of leverage that you guys don't see, like leveraging with Darcy, our new social media director, leveraging with Greg, who helps me with our ClickFunnels and some of our online coaching and training products. Leveraging with Bob and Doreen over at Fearless Agent. I mean, leverage is like this spider web. Leveraging with you and to be able to co-create and collaborate on content, right? Like, there's so many ways of leveraging. And just like prospecting, you call your SOI, you call, your leads in, you call these people. You have to schedule. What's the word? Schedule. Put that in the comments. Schedule your time to be able to do social media, right? So one thing that I've done to leverage myself is, and I'm not the best at it, but I've said, okay, 8:10 right after our stand-up meeting, 11:30, and between 11 and 11:30, and then around 3 and 3:30, I'm going back and I'm trying to respond to as many messages and many comments and many things as possible so that I can keep that engagement and that interaction, and I can lead people to hear about the WGR sales team, the WGR Give Project, Fearless Agent, the Real Estate Hustlers Mastermind, everything that I am stoked about, right?
Yeah.
So
much so that the WGR is in the minds of some other agents of the Wasatch Mountains posting on those Facebook groups. Oh my God. Yeah,
literally.
Hey, dude, good for you. Good for you for branding it like that.
For sure, man. It's to the point where literally people are talking about me good and bad, which I don't really care. Everyone knows about the recent incident. I've had calls from dozens of realtors in my local market. I've literally had to deal with that person for the last couple of days of my life. And I saw it as an opportunity. I really don't give a shit that she's talking about me. Anyone can talk about me. I don't care.
Yeah.
I saw it as an opportunity. And at first, you know, I was like, how can I exploit this, right? Like, and so I got the screenshots, and I'm like, dude, I'm just going to do an Uncle Grant Cardone here and throw it out to my followers. And it blew up. I think there's like nearly 400 engagements on that post. And what's the one thing in common about that post? Besides everyone hating on her, right?
Just the engagement, really. I don't know what you're shooting
right?
for.
So 400 people engaged with my name and my brand because of that one post.
Hashtag the WGR.
Yeah, hashtag the WGR. Yeah. Whether you love it or hate it, you know me now, right?
Yep. What's up, Ryan R. Diddy? How's it going?
Hey, let's throw some shout-outs out. We got Joseph popped on. Ben Bertinoli, one of our newest junior agents on the WGR sales team. I got to give a shout-out to him, dude. He is down 12, almost 13 pounds since he joined our organization. He made a 90-day target to lose weight.
Hey, congrats on your body fat. I saw you post about your 12. That you put me to shame, man, with your body fat. That's ridiculous.
I've never been at 12.5% my entire life, just so you know. And I weighed in today at 173 pounds. I am nearing. So what would that be? From 175 to 205. Is that 40 pounds or 30 pounds?
I don't know. Let's ask somebody.
30. Let's do that. 25, 30. That's 30 pounds. So I'm nearing 35 pounds total fat weight loss since last fall.
But you've been at this since January, pretty much?
January, really aggressively, for sure. Yeah. I was half-assed from November to January, and even half-assed, I was losing weight. But now I'm all in, man. I don't. My life is too short. I don't know. I mean, even if I live to 150, that's like a blink of the eye. Yeah. Right?
Hey, so back to the leveraging and the team. So how do you feel your social media consistency is affecting the people you've leveraged in your business, such as your sales agents? How do you see that as benefiting them?
Huge, right? Like, for example, we had a customer recently, and it was a referral from a realtor in Nevada, Las Vegas area. So I was able to get that lead set up for Jeremy, one of our senior sales agents. And he actually, he didn't meet this customer till after the house closed, right? But he was a sales agent assigned to that file. She was a rock star. We sold her house with multiple offers. He's able to make a commission. Our business drives in revenue. You know, everything worked out because of the social media. We're able to help our agents get leads and get sales, right? So they see the value in what we have to do with our team, and you're going to need to do it with yours as you go through your weekly operations, is get extremely clear on all of your roles, okay?
Right.
And there's going to become a time for you, Robert, that, like, for me, it's tough because, same with you, 16 years now, you've been the guy in the trenches, right?
Right.
You're going to have to start spending more one-on-one time with them, which was a hard mind shift for me. And if you're spending more time with them, coaching and training them, guess what it takes away from you? It takes away from you time to be on the phones, takes away time from you to be face-to-face with people. So you have to start being okay with doing fewer deals yourself and giving your deals away to your team. And you have to trust that they're going to just rock it.
Right.
But you got to hire the right people.
With that leverage, though, comes other opportunities for us as team leaders to pursue, such as your financial freedom group, right? Because you couldn't do that without your leverage team.
Yep, for sure. And you know what's cool is it actually rolls back and gives my team opportunity, right? So Garrett on our team created the budget tracker. Okay, so it's a tool that we allow for the Financial Freedom Nation to track the financial management cash flow. And I mean, he's made, it's not a ton, but he's made like $150 in passive income this month alone, just from how we've been leveraging it through that program, right? So now it wraps back into opportunity for them as well. It's all about creating opportunity for everyone.
So I'm not sure what your guys' sales goals are for the year, but who do you have on your team right now as far as the types of positions? Like how many sales agents, how many admin?
Yeah, so we got one major admin, which is Vaughn. He does a lot of transaction coordination, all the transaction coordination and a lot of the admin. And then we got Ben, who is a junior agent that he does prospecting to set up appointments for our senior agents. And then also he is a major supporter for the senior agents and for Vaughn. So if Vaughn can't make it to a closing, or if we need a sign up or a key box or a pre-list packet delivered, and which is great for him because he's learning from the ground up, right?
Right.
We've got a kid right now that we're finishing the latter part of recruiting and hiring. His name is German. He'll be a junior agent as well, which will spend a lot of time on prospecting, setting appointments. We're working Garrett. He does a lot helping with online on the behind the scenes, but we're also starting to work towards getting him to a full-time senior agent. He's doing awesome. And then Jeremy is our lead senior agent, and he works a lot with my personal clients. And then me, every now and then I'll pop in and work with clients if they request or if it's an old family friend or whatever. And then I'm just leading the team. So that's how our organization is set up.
So a question that I think most agents have is, when is the right time to bring on somebody onto your own team? And when do you stop bringing people onto your team? When is too many people too much? When is your business growth so good that it warrants hiring somebody? So kind of what's a formula, what's a simple formula you think you can help agents out with respect to that?
So step number one, great question, by the way. Step number one is you've got to be producing yourself first, right? Like there's three major items in a real estate business. It's your skills, it's your schedule, and your systems. Master that part first, do as much as you can. And your first hire must be administration, right? You got to leverage your admin out first. Second step, in my opinion, is leverage out your showings, right? That takes a lot of time to show homes to your buyers. And they don't need you to be there opening the door. They need you to negotiate the contract, to have the wisdom, to be able to give them the advice, right? And my customers love that, right? So they don't ever see me showing them homes. Even before I started getting out of the production side, I never showed homes for probably the last 3 or 4 years. And it never fazed my customers, just so you know, it actually helped them. They loved it even more because it helped them get to where they needed to be quicker, right? So that would be your first step, is hire admin. Second step is hire a showing agent or junior agent. And then third step is then you've got to start bringing on an agent to help replace you and your production, someone you can trust, right? You're just 5 hires away, in my opinion, from just exploding your business to another level. The only challenge is you might have to hire 20 people to find those 5, right? I've made some bad hires. I've let people go from my team. I've had people quit, right? But I was able to filter through and find these rock stars where we're at now, and you refine that through process. So what I recommend, if you're a solo agent, is write a list of everything that you hate doing or that's bogging you down, minus prospecting. If you hate prospecting, you still got to do that. Leave that in there. So write that list where you can leverage yourself, right? And then the first hire is probably a transaction coordinator. You could either sub that out, or you could go all balls in and just bring them in-house, which I recommend.
That's I love you, man. I was talking to Cody, so I sort of disagree with you on the showing agent being like the best option for everybody. It depends, I think, on the sales skills of that showing agent, because what's your opinion? I was talking to Cody. Obviously, Cody has talked to you about getting a showing agent. My concern there is I believe a lot of the sales are made in person, belly to belly,
I totally agree to disagree with you on that, by the way.
Okay. And that's fine.
So we're good. Yeah, we're good there.
So do you feel, you don't feel the sales are made belly to belly? You think they saw the home and you could sell them over the phone, because sometimes the buyer's a little bit unsure what to do. Yeah. And
in fact, I want my showing agent, I want them to walk through the house like this. I want them to shut up, because they're probably going to do a better job at unselling the home, right? Because like you said, their skill set, they just don't know, right? So what I train them to do is, let me tell you a story of and this, Garrett did this, right? Like, this is how silly, stupid you can be. And Garrett, forgive me for telling this story. A couple of years ago, he was showing a home for me with one of my customers, right? And this customer he's so cool. He's such a funny dude, right? And we've known him for years because he's been in our database. We've met him. And we've always just known him as this single dude that just hangs out, and all of a sudden he shows up with a girlfriend, right? Like at his showing. Garrett proceeds to send me a text message. He's like, "Hey, dude, blah, blah, blah." And I won't share the customer's name, but blah, blah, blah has a girlfriend with him today. Except for he didn't send me the text message. He sent our customer the text message. Man. In the same room as he was in right there. And then our customer looked up and just said, "Yeah, man, that's how I roll." Right. And then a couple hours later, we wrote up an offer on that exact house. Right. So my point is, it's not the skills of the showing agent that's going to sell the house. It's the system you set up ahead of time when you meet with them to put a consultation together. When you say, "Hey, here's the 12 steps we're going to follow through on." And what I do after we show the homes, I get on the phone with them. And Garrett, or my showing agent, whoever at the time, says, hey, I think they're interested in this house. So I already have an idea on which house they kind of liked.
Right.
And I just say, hey, listen, which one was your favorite house there? And it sounds like it's blah, blah, blah address. And they say, yeah. And so I ask this question. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is you definitely want to be in this place. It's the house. 1 is you never want to see it again. What would you rank it? If they tell me a 9 or a 10, it's like, all right, awesome. So you guys ready to write up an offer? And they're usually stoked about it. If it's a 7 or an 8, I ask what would it take to be a 10, and they're usually telling me something like, we don't like the location, or we don't like the floor plan, or something we can't change, right? Or sometimes maybe they'll say carpet and paint, but even there, like you can tell, it's more than the carpet or paint. And so you can say, all right, do you want to write up an offer on this? And they usually say no on those 7s and 8s, but when it's a 9 and 10, They usually say yes. And I say, okay, so if it's a 9 or a 10 on your list, it's probably a 9 or a 10 on other buyers' lists. So we got to come in at a 9 or a 10 offer. Can I suggest an offer that would pretty much guarantee you guys get this? And then I suggest the offer, and they listen to me because I'm the expert. And it's funny because a lot of people say, hey, don't suggest the offer. But, dude, I've worked with over 1,000 buyers and sellers. I know how to get the deal done, right? If I want to cause me more problems, I let them put in a lowball offer. If I want to cause them less problems and simplify their life and my life, I suggest a full price offer or whatever we need to do. I mean, we've literally had to write over list price offers in this market for where we're at, but our customers are high-fiving and dancing because they get the house they want. Well, and the other 5 offers didn't.
I think for somebody like you who is so well scripted over the phone, it's a perfect opportunity for those agents who are not as good on the phone as they are in person. Cause there is some power of persuasion when you're in person that can't be done over the phone. But you don't have that problem, right? Because you're you're a phone machine, and you have been for a long time.
I'm 12 years in the business, right? The first 6 years, I didn't have a showing agent. I was the dude showing the homes the first 6 years.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. But your point that they do this, I don't see very many showing agents in my area. It's you're either a listing agent and a buyer's agent, or you're just a buyer's agent. I don't know too many people who have the business set up that way. And so I looked at it more like a liability to have a showing agent who may not be fantastic in person, kind of bumbling up the whole thing, like you said. So that's why it makes sense that you want them to stay a little bit mute.
Well, and you think about this too, as a team leader, you have a huge responsibility of training and leading and motivating these people, right? So if they suck at their job, it usually leads back to either I made the wrong hire, which I've done that, or I just didn't train them and coach them the right way, which I've made that mistake before as well. Right. And
absolutely.
So not many people use a showing agent, especially the way we use it. And not many people hire the way we hire. Our first junior agents, they start with a flat fee of typically $1,500 a month. So, I mean, we're paying these guys a salary, whereas even Jeremy, he started with a salary. He started with a $50,000 a year salary. Who else out there in real estate is hiring sales agents with salaries? No one.
Yeah. You're the first one I've heard of it, man. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
And it's working, right?
We want to say F you to traditions, especially real estate traditions, because traditions are what hold people back. So let's talk about your sales team.
I agree.
You made a recent hire, right? A pretty epic sales agent, correct?
Actually, well, I've hired 2 epic sales agents recently. And so, so we want to grow more. I'm trying to leverage my time so I don't have to be out there showing homes as much. I love showing homes to people. However, a lot of my time is spent with past clients and people that I know, such as right now, I have a bunch of business right now with friends, past clients. And so, but we get leads every day from people I absolutely do not know. And so, in order to leverage my time, not just in real estate, but other facets of my life, I need some people on my team, some sales agents who are hungry. I love mentoring them and giving advice and showing them what I've learned over the past. God, it seems like I've been in this business too long, so I feel super old, Colton. But and I'm really not that old. But it's something that really intrigues me and interests me to help people in their young careers to get to the next level, and help them just, even if that means they get to the next level and then they leave our team, that's not something I fear. I feel good about helping people in the business and imparting whatever I can to help them in that effort.
Totally. So one of the things that I learned where I'm at is like, I kind of got over the sell of the house. Not that I don't like help people and I have a ton of experience with it, but it's the same thing. I got to the point where, okay, I mean, I'm an expert at what I do. I can do it in my sleep. Now it was like, how can I help someone else have a better life? And that's the whole point of our sales team and our organization and Fearless Agent and the Real Estate Hustlers Mastermind. How can we have better lives and how can we support each other? Right. So real quick, if you guys want to be a part, Robert is one of our key mastermind partners. I love everything I've learned from him. If you want to get into an inner world like that, go to apply.realestatehustlersmastermind.com and you can network with people like Robert all the time, who's been around this business for a billion years now. What are you drinking right there, by the way?
It's not a green drink, man. I thought about bringing a green drink to the little video here, but it's just water, man. H2O.
Oh, shoot, dude. I just changed my screen. One of those pop-up things.
I see you still. Yeah.
Sorry, dude. One of those pop-ups popped up on my screen. So real quick, share this stream and give some reactions if Robert is creating some value for you. And Robert, let's start to and wrap up the conversation. What are one or two things that you've learned going through this hiring process of bringing new sales agents into your organization? Because you couldn't hire just anyone, but you had to attract talent. So what is it that you've learned through this process?
To be more hire slowly. Okay. You know, I don't want to have somebody on my team stuck there for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, a year. And it just brought us backwards, essentially, because the morale gets defeated on the team when somebody is just not a good fit. And it could be that they had everything, they were doing everything right, but maybe we were doing something wrong. It just wasn't a match. And so you got to make sure that when you bring somebody on the team, you do that and you figure that out slowly, whether that means several weeks or a month, to make sure that they went through the proper channels. You did your due diligence. You made them have a few interviews. You have them meet different people on your team to make sure that they mesh well with them, not just you as a team leader. All that's super important because the chemistry of a team is incredibly important. I mean, look at you the other day playing hacky sack out there with your team, right?
Yeah, I love hacky sack.
Chemistry building, you know? You know, teams that don't get along don't do that, right?
Yeah.
And so...
Well, I want to point that out. What Robert just said is probably the biggest lesson I've learned over the last 12 to 18 months is hire slowly. To give you an example, this year to make 2 hires, actually to make 1 hire and almost a second hire for just a sales agent, and then also to make hire for our social media, I have received nearly 100 resumes, right? So 100 resumes to make 3 hires in 6 months. That tells you how many people you have to sift through to find that right person. And my biggest mistakes in hiring, when I hired the wrong people, is I didn't take the time. I was just quick to fill that position. And I believe it's important that you make that mistake to hire the wrong person so that you learn. You have to learn from your mistakes and your rejections and your failures, right?
Yeah, I've done it at least 4 times. Yeah. So.
I probably have. I have failed my entire life to where I'm at today, so I'm grateful, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, point? Hire slow. What else?
You got to mentor the people on your team as a team leader. You know, you have to mentor your people. You can't just hire them and forget about it. It's not set it and forget it. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Consistent communication with the team, checking in, because if you're doing the set it and forget it and just like, you know, you're going on with your lives, and you're not nurturing the relationship and also the process of mentoring to make sure that they're on the right track and they're doing things how you need them to be done. You know, you're going to look back over 6 months and, you know, shit isn't going to have been done as far as sales or your sales goals.
Well, and I look at it too, which it took me a minute to, because I'm a pretty upfront person. I don't know if you've noticed that at all. I'm pretty abrasive.
No idea.
But one thing I learned is like I struggle being upfront with certain people on my team, and the more authentic I got with them, the more authentic they got with me. So we govern on 3 principles: urgency, transparency, and high level of accountability. And so everyone must be – transparency is huge, right? Like if you're frustrated, get the frustration out. Be upfront. Say, hey, dude, I am frustrated because of this, and I don't mean to come across like an asshole, but I am. And I admit that I am coming across like an asshole. Share with me why you're frustrated, because if I'm frustrated, there's a good probability that they're frustrated as well. And you can either put that frustration and hide it under the rug, or you can just open that rug up, get that shit out of there so you can get refocused, reconnected, and get on the higher level of energy.
Colton, maybe it's how we are. Obviously, there's a lot of different types of people in real estate. of all different kinds, where you have, strong type A personalities. You have some people who are team leaders, but they're really sensitive maybe, and they get
Yeah.
upset or sad or butthurt
Yeah.
really, really easily. For me, the sensitivities, and, walking on eggshell type emotions and feelings that can exist on a team when you hire those types of people who they can't be rallied, because they don't want to be pushed. They don't want to be pushed
Yep.
towards greatness, really.
With that, Robert, what I have learned is you can only push them as far as they want to push, right? So, for example, if their goal is to hit 100,000 in revenue, but you want them at 200K, you can't push them for 200K. They don't want it, right? You got to push them enough to hit that 100K. So you got to identify what they want, and the golden rule is do unto others how you'd have them do unto you, right? But the platinum rule is do unto others as they'd have you do unto them, right? And that's a tough one to learn when you're a big thinker like you and me.
Well, for me, one of the biggest traits that I look for is somebody who doesn't think they know it all, and no matter how good they are, how much they know, they're always open to new ideas and learning more. And they have that attitude that they don't know it all, and they're going to sit down with you, and so they can learn more. Or they're going to sit down with me so they can teach me a few things. It's just this idea that there's more out there, and that there's the ability that they have to adapt to new ideas.
Awesome, man. So I got to rack and roll to another appointment. Robert, how can they connect with you to send you some referrals in Southern LA and Santa Clarita?
Clarita is over at mickelsongroup.com. Okay, everybody, if you're seeing this, you see my last name there, mickelsongroup.com. You can find our contact information on there. If you want to email me, Robert at mickelsongroup.com. What's up, Cody? You're joining a little late here, buddy.
Hit that share button, Cody. Hit that share button to make sure you get entered for Al Torre's $5 Amazon gift card giveaway. And if you're a real estate agent, go.
All right, buddy.